Okay, so this code is going to take in two numbers. It's going to keep running whilst the number is equal to or greater than 0, and number 2 is greater than or equal to 0. Fine. We then perform some if statements. We then reduce the amount from both num1 and num2, and it loops again until we get to our end result. If I was to put in the numbers, the first time 10, 2 gives us 20. If I was to do this, 20. If I was to do this, 60. That is what the result is. Fine. So what do we know from this? Well, we know that it's going to keep going until we get to 0, and then it's going to stop. We know that there's an if statement and an else statement, and we know there's a return. So if we were doing this as recursion, how would that work? Well, step 1 is we need to write a header, and our header is going to have num1, num2, and the result, because remember, with recursion, we need to keep sending it the data, so it basically adds it to a stack. We then got our base case, which is basically saying if number 1 or number 2 becomes less than 0, we're done. Return the result. So it would have had to do a whole load of other stuff for it to get to this stage, but at the end of it, we're returning our result. How do we get that? Well, it's basically the reverse of this. This is saying keep running whilst this is true. This is saying stop when this is true. It's the same. Return the result. We then got the if statements, which are exactly the same as what we have in the iterative version. They do the same job. There's no changes there. Absolutely none. After it's performed the if statements, we're then going to return our new data to here. So if we were to call this to begin with, I would do x equals recursive. Let's do 10 to 0 print x 20. So this is the final result it's giving to us. So it performs this over and over and over and over again until we hit this criteria. When we hit this criteria, it'll give us the overall result. So if we were to view what result is each time we call recursion, and then we just comment out this. So the first time result is 0. That's what we send in. If num1 is less than num2, well, it's not. So result is plus 10, and num2 becomes 0. So that's why it's printed out 10. And we do it again. It's num2 is 0, so this bit runs. We do this again, we add 10 to the result, which is 20. We take away another 2 from num2, and that leaves us with negative. We display 20 now, and that is our final result. So again, how do we do this one? It was a pretty easy one, where we're adding onto the stack result 0, 10, 20. At the end of it, that is what we're getting back. How do we get the base case? We simply got this and we flipped it. Let's do another one.